Welcome to English via AI. Imagine a man standing in a room. He says almost nothing. He looks at a chair. He looks at a door. He looks at a tiny problem. Then his face changes. His eyes open wide. His mouth moves strangely. His body becomes part of the joke. The audience starts laughing. He does not need many words. His silence is enough. This man became famous around the world for one unforgettable character. A strange man in a brown suit. A man with a teddy bear. A man called Mr. Bean. This is the story of Rowan Atkinson. Rowan Atkinson was born on January 6th, 1955, in Consett, County Durham, England. His full name is Rowan Sebastian Atkinson. He grew up on a farm in northern England. His father was a farmer and company director. Rowan was the youngest of 4 brothers. As a child, he was not a loud performer. He was quiet. He was thoughtful. He was also very intelligent. He did well in school. But there was something else about him. He had a gift for making people laugh. Sometimes he did it with words, but often he did it with his face. This gift would later become his greatest power. The quiet boy from a farm would one day make the whole world laugh. Rowan Atkinson was not only funny, he was also a serious student. He studied electrical engineering at Newcastle University. Later, he continued his studies at the Queen's College, Oxford. This is important. Before he became a comedy star, Rowan trained as an engineer. Engineering teaches you how things work. It teaches logic. It teaches timing. It teaches detail. These skills later helped his comedy. His jokes often feel like machines. Every look has a purpose. Every pause has a place. Every movement arrives at the right time. At Oxford, Rowan also moved closer to performance. He met other creative people. He began to write and perform comedy. A new path was opening. The engineer was becoming an entertainer. At Oxford, Rowan Atkinson began to discover his true gift. He performed in student shows. He learned how to stand in front of an audience. He learned how to use timing. Timing is very important in comedy. A joke can be good, but if the timing is wrong, people may not laugh. Rowan understood this deeply. He could wait for the perfect moment. He could use silence. He could use a small movement. He could make one strange face and change the whole room. In the late 1970s, he began to appear on radio and television. People noticed his unusual style. He was not like every other comedian. He was clever, physical, and strange in a special way. He was building a style that belonged only to him. Rowan Atkinson's first major television success came with Not the 9 O'Clock News. The show began in 1979. It was a comedy program in Britain. It used sketches to make fun of news, politics, and everyday life. Rowan became one of the stars of the show. His face, voice, and body made him stand out. He could play serious people. He could play foolish people. He could be sharp with words. He could also be funny without doing much at all. The show helped make him famous in Britain. It also showed his range. He was not only a silent comedian. He could also perform smart, spoken comedy. This was the first big step in his career. But an even bigger character was waiting. In the 1980s, Rowan Atkinson became part of another famous British comedy. The show was called Blackadder. It first aired in 1983. The series followed different versions of a character named Edmund Blackadder. Each series was set in a different time in history. The comedy was clever. The language was sharp. The characters were strange and funny. Rowan played Blackadder with great skill. He was arrogant. He was sarcastic. He was selfish. But he was also very funny. Blackadder became one of the most loved British comedies. It showed another side of Rowan. He was not only a man of funny faces, he could deliver clever lines with perfect timing. He could make words feel dangerous and funny at the same time. Blackadder made his reputation even stronger. But his most famous character still had not arrived. In 1990, the world met Mr. Bean. The character was strange, childish, and almost silent. He wore a brown suit. He drove a small green car. He had a teddy bear. And he made normal life become chaos. Mr. Bean did not need long speeches. In fact, he hardly spoke. That was the secret. Because he used very few words, people in many countries could understand him. You did not need perfect English to laugh. You only needed to watch his face and body. This made Mr. Bean powerful around the world. A child in one country could laugh. An adult in another country could laugh too. The comedy crossed language barriers. Rowan Atkinson had created a character that belonged to everyone. Mr. Bean became famous because he was simple. He faced small problems: a test, a meal, a church service, a trip to the swimming pool. But he made each problem bigger and funnier. He was selfish sometimes. He was silly. He was clever in strange ways. He often made bad choices, but people still loved him. Why? Because everyone understands small problems. Everyone has felt embarrassed. Everyone has tried to fix something and made it worse. Mr. Bean showed that side of life. He turned normal moments into comedy. Rowan Atkinson used his body like an instrument. His eyes, hands, shoulders, and mouth all told the story. This was not easy comedy. It looked simple, but it needed great control. Mr. Bean became a worldwide success. The original television series was short, but its impact was huge. The character appeared in films, animated shows, and specials. Rowan Atkinson became known across the world. People who did not know his real name still knew Mr. Bean. The character became part of popular culture. His face was recognized in many countries. This kind of fame is rare. Many comedians are famous in one language. Rowan became famous across many languages. His comedy traveled because it was visual. It did not depend only on jokes in English. It depended on human behavior. A bad plan, a funny face, a silent mistake. That is why Mr. Bean lasted for so long. Rowan Atkinson did not play only Mr. Bean. He also created another famous character. His name was Johnny English. Johnny English was a spy. But he was not smooth like James Bond. He was clumsy, proud, and often wrong. The first Johnny English film was released in 2003. The character became popular with family audiences. It gave Rowan another way to use physical comedy. He also appeared in films such as 4 Weddings and a Funeral and Love Actually. These roles showed his wider talent. Sometimes he was the main star. Sometimes he appeared in a smaller role. But people remembered him. That is the power of a strong comic performer. Even a short scene can stay in the audience's mind. Rowan Atkinson is famous around the world, but he has often kept his private life away from attention. He is known as a careful and serious performer. Comedy may look easy, but for Rowan, it is detailed work. He thinks about movement. He thinks about timing. He thinks about the exact shape of a joke. He has also spoken over the years about the physical effort of playing Mr. Bean. A character like that needs energy. It needs control. It needs a body that can still move in a special way. Rowan Atkinson has continued to work in comedy and acting. His current status is clear. He is still active as an actor and performer. But he is also careful about returning to Mr. Bean in live action. He has said that playing the character can be stressful and physically demanding. Even so, the character remains loved around the world. Rowan Atkinson's legacy is simple and powerful. He made the world laugh, but he did it in a very special way. He proved that comedy does not always need many words. A look can be funny. A pause can be funny. A tiny mistake can be funny. He brought together intelligence and silliness. He used the mind of an engineer and the body of a clown. That combination made him unique. Mr. Bean became one of the most famous comedy characters in history. Blackadder became a classic of British television. Johnny English became a funny action hero. Rowan Atkinson showed that quiet comedy can travel everywhere. His work still brings joy to new generations, and his name will always be part of comedy history. So what can we learn from the life of Rowan Atkinson? His story carries powerful lessons. The first lesson is about using your difference. Rowan did not look or perform like everyone else. That became his strength. The second lesson is about timing. In comedy, timing matters. In life, timing matters too. The third lesson is about patience. He built his career step by step. He did not become a global star in one day. The fourth lesson is about simplicity. Mr. Bean was simple, but simple does not mean easy. The fifth lesson is about quiet power. Rowan showed that you do not need to be loud to be unforgettable. His life reminds us of something simple but powerful. Your unique gift may look strange at first, but if you work on it, it can become your greatest strength. Vocabulary, meanings and examples from the story. Quiet, not loud or noisy. Example: as a child, he was not a loud performer. He was quiet. Intelligent, very good at learning and understanding. Example: he was also very intelligent. Engineering, the study of how machines, systems, or structures work. Example: he studied electrical engineering at Newcastle University. Timing, choosing the right moment to do something. Example: timing is very important in comedy. Sketch, a short comedy scene. Example: it used sketches to make fun of news, politics, and everyday life. Range: the ability to do many different things. Example: it also showed his range. Chaos: a situation full of confusion and disorder. Example: and he made normal life become chaos. Barrier: something that blocks or separates people. Example: the comedy crossed language barriers. Clumsy: moving or acting in an awkward way. Example: he was clumsy, proud, and often wrong. Private: not sharing much personal life with the public. Example: he has often kept his private life away from attention. Demanding: needing a lot of effort or energy. Example: playing the character can be stressful and physically demanding. Legacy: what a person leaves behind and is remembered for. Example: Rowan Atkinson's legacy is simple and powerful. Grammar tip: not only, but also. We use not only, but also to add two strong ideas together. It helps us show that both ideas are important. Example 1. He was not only a silent comedian, but also a smart-spoken performer. Example 2. Mr. Bean was not only silly, but also carefully created. A simple way to remember: use not only, but also when you want to show two important facts about one person or thing. Rowan Atkinson began as a quiet boy from northern England. Through intelligence, timing, and hard work, he became one of the most loved comedians in the world. He made people laugh without many words. He created Mr. Bean, a character understood across languages and cultures. His story reminds us that your difference can become your gift. So here is a question for you to think about. What unique gift do you have that the world has not seen yet? If you enjoyed this story, please like this video, share it with a friend who needs to hear it, and comment below with one lesson you will carry with you. Subscribe to English via AI for more real stories that help you learn English, one journey at a time. Keep learning. Keep building.